All right. Looks like everything's working. That's nice. Always a good thing. Cool.
I don't know
All
if they
right.
heard me, but I tried letting them know.
Okay. Cool. Thanks, man.
Yep.
Copy. uh, Discord can get a little messy if you're not familiar with it, but it's not too complicated.
Yeah, I left a message telling them to go to the live trading channel for the link.
Cool.
So
Thanks, man.
hopefully they find it.
Yeah. I wish we could use the Discord live room, but there are so many restrictions in there. Number of people, and then the recording, and then we got to use VPN for half the people in the room, and it just gets messy. So we're better off here. All right.
Yeah,
So,
Avi.
yeah, good morning. Morning.
Well, Avi, any chance you could read your high and low for the 30-minute candle? Because I feel like interactive brokers have a discrepancy with other people, with other providers.
Yes, it does. It is very different. DOS, you can see my screen here. DOS is where I've got the levels on my screen. And DOS is where I get them from, because DOS Trader really gets this 8 a.m. information. You can see it right there on the chart. Now, there are other ways to get it on different platforms. Who was working on it? Satch, I think was Satch. Are you in here, Satch? But anyways, to put it simply, Interactive Brokers, TradingView, all of these other platforms have different 8 a.m. candles or don't even have these settlement candles. And to get them on those platforms, there's other ways, that I don't really know.
No, I see the 8 a.m. candle for 30 minutes, but the values yesterday were like $1.50 from low to high. But I heard from other people it was like 50 cents on your side. So
Yeah. It's different on different platforms. I use it purely on DOS because DOS is direct access to the floor. The other platforms aren't really built for this. For example, Interactive Brokers isn't built for day trading. Trading View is definitely not built for that either. It's a lot slower. Good for swing trading, most likely. We have Thinkorswim, which is more on the options side of things that I know of. Again, I don't have any experience with any of those platforms, so I can't tell you.
yours is 619.49, and is that right? Like, what are the low and high in?
Yeah, 619.49 and the high is 622.08. You can see the screen, right? You watch the screen share here in this chat.
Yeah, I think it's a little small. Thanks.
Yep, that's it. Cool. All right. What else we got? Let's see.
How do you think it looks today?
Sorry, I lost you there.
So how do you think it looks? Is
It
there
looks
is
like
there any?
the day's over, man. It's already gone. Forget about it.
It's done.
It's all done.
We missed it.
Yeah, I should have got in about 10 minutes ago, and then you would have been done. But all good. I'm looking at the news first. Let's see if there's anything worth looking at for today.
Supply closet checking in. How y'all doing today?
Hello. Yeah, good morning. 10:30, we got gasoline news, which is rubbish. Oil, crude stocks, more rubbish. 1 p.m., something about Atlanta Fed. That's later. 2 p.m., FOMC minutes. Okay, so nothing to think about in the morning as far as news is concerned. Now, on the SPY, what I'm seeing here on the chart is actually a pretty good breakout setup. You see these lows getting higher, and you have a bit of a flat top at the level, which is also yesterday's high. So very powerful. One false breakout, and the real breakout's happening now. Ideally, this breakout sustains before the open, and at the open, it comes down and bounces off, and you get a quick, sharp entry at the open going long, 622-ish, going up through the levels until the next level. On the way, if you're getting that long, I see this resistance right here. It's 623.39. Put a level right there. It's basically halfway in what is a very large range. Well, not very large, but it's large. So there you go. De-risk about halfway on the move if you're going to catch it. So that's what makes sense to me so far. On the 1 minute, yeah, you can see that consolidation, false break, and then a real break happening now. It bounces off, and off you go. And I'm not going to trade the first few minutes anyway, as usual. Anyways, I'm going to be busy setting up the account while all this happens. So ideally, it does that bounce retest thing later on, 15 minutes in or something, and we might have something. Could be fun. In the meanwhile, what else we got here? All right, so a couple of minutes to the open. The first few minutes of the open, guys, I'm going to be preoccupied sorting out my trading account. So you find that I won't be paying attention to the screen very much for a few minutes. But other than that, we have a few minutes now. If there's anything on your minds, the only thing I'm really interested in right now is the sunset. Once again, it's very nice, as always. And let me know. Yeah, Alexander. I'm glad I did that. I've made that mistake before. Go on vacation and just leave my trading account as it is, and then at some point I just look at the market on the phone. I'm like, oh, there it goes. You'll start buying contracts, and oh man, not smart. So I don't want to be in that position again. So that's why I took the funds out and coming back into it now, slowly, small, funding it in a small way, going small, starting small, and then build it up again. No big deal. Look at this SPY, huh? It wants to go. Yeah, this is interesting. All right. So today's programming will be the same. We'll be here for about an hour, and then at 11, I'll be in the BBT webinar room for 1 hour. So that's the schedule, the new schedule. Same as yesterday. Yeah, I did something very interesting today. I started about 6 months ago, really. Y'all remember that Ferrari I bought? That silver one? Anyone remember that one?
Oh man,
Yeah.
you got it?
No,
No way, dude.
no. I didn't go buy it for you. You
What I'm
jumped
about
in.
to say.
This is how you trade, man. This is how you trade as well. You always get in before the setup happens, right? The same. Before I say anything, you already assumed it.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Oh, man. Oh, that's hilarious.
No. So, real quick, the 80-20 of buying supercars is don't buy the supercar, either rent it or buy a little model of it for like $20. So I bought the little model. And then that sat here on my desk for like, I don't know how many months. And finally today, I was sitting at my desk and my son came and he wants to take it and play with it. I'm like, I didn't even notice it was really there. Oh yeah, go take it, play with it. And in my head, I was like, all right, that's it. I'm done. I scratched the itch. I got the supercar. I'm over it now. And, it's like nothing happened. It's great. There you go. Scratch the itch of a supercar. For about $20, not like $300,000 or whatever it is. 80-20, I'm telling you.
Some money.
Yeah, you go the other way. You want to go buy the Ferrari. No Ferraris. Not for me, at least. Oh gosh, it's not my style. But that was pretty cool. It was easy to let go, and that's what I was really interested. I just observed myself. This is like an hour ago. Just detachment. It was like, I don't feel attached to it. I don't feel like I need it. It doesn't inspire me anymore like it used to a few months ago. It's just a little toy on my table now. So, so that's pretty cool. Detachment mindset. That helps. You bring that to trading. It doesn't matter if you stop out, right? You're detached.
Now you need to buy a Ferrari now. Another one.
Yellow Ferraris. Oh my God! No.
Avi, should I get rid of this?
G-Wagon. Whenever you're ready, man. It's in your head. It's all in there. I got a pirate ship. Look at that. An unsinkable pirate ship. Isn't that great? Reminds me to be unsinkable no matter what the storm is. Just stay afloat. It's always on the desk. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, guys, detachment. Detachment will keep you alive in this business. The only way to do that is to stick to your setups, stick to your rules. All right, here we go. About a minute to the open. You guys know the drill. The market is a gold mine. Just wait for it. The SPY might come down and bounce off of my area in the first 10 minutes, 5 minutes before I'm ready to trade. And if it does, I'll let it go. I'll come back tomorrow and do it again. Jackie, what's up? Looking at NVIDIA. Cool. I don't have any other charts up. I'll open up some other charts in a few minutes here. Just gotta get this account stuff sorted out in a minute. Look at that. What a ripper, huh? There you go. The SPY is open. The market's open. All right. SPY is looking very healthy. This is a genuine breakout. It happened at 9:05 and it's really going. That's great. You really want it to take a while before the retest. That proves that it's genuine. It's easier to trust. So this is all good action for now. All right, good. Got that out of the way. All right, let's look at some other charts as well. So what do y'all want to look at? I've got Tesla on the other chart. NVIDIA, let's see. Ooh, NVIDIA's a ripper. What'd y'all do to NVIDIA today? Who bought this? You can see NVIDIA really went, but as far as my setups are concerned, there's nowhere to catch it on a 30-minute chart. Let's look at the 1 minute. Shit, yeah, this thing just went. You don't want to chase it up here, of course. It's already gone. It deserves a pullback. And maybe you get a bounce off of this 162 zone if you like those things. That would be a retest of the 1 minute ORB. But be very careful. It's it's out there. Hey, Alcus. Yeah, good to see you too, man. Yeah, you doing the SMB thing, Alcus? You said you were gonna begin there, right? At some point.
Hi, Avi. Hi. Sorry, I was on a trade. I was
No,
with
go ahead.
LDR.
Don't let me distract you.
No worries. I'll do it. Yes, it will be in September.
All right, nice. You're going to New York for that?
I will be there for 2 months. I found like an Airbnb for in East Village, and then we will see how it goes for the second month because I may want, also to check another part of the city. But I think it's gonna be cool, at least for the beginning.
Yeah, that sounds good. East Village, man, good place. You're gonna have fun there.
Thank you, Avi. I've just been to New York just for 10 days, almost 8-9 years ago. So I'm really looking forward to it. And of
Nice.
course, to level up and as a knowledge journey.
Good for you, man. Good luck with it all.
Thank you, Avi. Thank you a lot. I was in Dubai 7 days ago.
Yeah.
But we didn't manage to because you were traveling. Next time we will make it.
We'll make it work, man, for sure. Got it. Guys, Tesla is interesting. You see the ORB that happened? You look at that 1 minute candle. Just on the 1 minute chart, let's just put the level in. That's the top of the 1 minute candle. The ORB did happen. I don't know how you would catch this. It would be very tricky. I'm sure some people did. And then the fun would happen when it retests this 298 area, comes down and bounces off it. That would be the next opportunity. Again, if you like scalping and ORBs and all these sorts of things. As you guys know, I don't trade this stuff anymore. I'm just waiting for the SPY to come back to the burgundy line, if it comes back. Oh, look at this thing. 300. Oh, yeah, there it is. Big round number. Tesla hit a lot of liquidity, probably, as always. See on a 30-minute picture, just looking at the Tesla chart here, without any levels, without anything, just in this area, I wouldn't touch it. Let it get out of here. Let it get above 303, 304, or down below 290. Where it is, as far as I'm concerned, you're only going to be able to scalp it if you're good at scalping. This is very difficult stuff. There's a good reason I stopped doing this. You can make more money just waiting for bigger moves, basically. But in all the effort and all you get is a little result. No point, right? Just wait for it. So let's see the SPY. Here we go. So you have that very nice looking consolidation. The breakout happened. The move hasn't happened because it hasn't gone to the next level up. So ideally it comes down and provides an opportunity to enter long. But let's see. Also, as expected, it's going to struggle where it struggled previously. That was resistance a couple of days ago. So right now it's over there and yeah, it's slowing down. It could either go from here or not. But anyways, I'm not entering anywhere in this area. I will only enter at these burgundy levels if it comes there. So just wait for it. Wait and see. What's going on here? Is there news on NVIDIA? It looks like there's something here because this thing just ripped from the open. A lot of big money looks like it came in.
It broke all-time high. That's the only catalyst on it. It's literally price action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a price action catalyst. What would have happened last night for it to gap like this, to gap through all-time high overnight? That's interesting. I'm very curious to see if there's... Did the CEO come out with another leather jacket? When he does that, the stock goes up, right? Every time.
Yeah, they're releasing that one on Temu or whatever.
Temu, yeah. Carlos and people bought those jackets. Sujit, what are you saying? Meta. All right. Oh, Sujit, you're in the Netherlands, right? Remind me. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm in
you are.
Netherlands.
All right, awesome. So tentatively, Lenny and I will be there, middle of
Okay.
August. We'll
Yeah.
meet over there. So,
When?
10th of August, around the middle of August. We're planning
Okay.
it around then.
Yeah, I will see you then.
Yeah, we'll keep you all in the loop. So everyone who's here, put that in your minds tentatively.
Yeah.
Amsterdam in August.
Sure.
Yeah, fun. All right, Meta. Look at that consolidation and breakout again. Not the kind of trade I would take, but it's a ripper. A lot like NVIDIA, just go. Just start and go. No hesitation. NVIDIA, yeah, it's holding above this level. You can see it's a bullish sign. It breaks out of the level and holds above that consolidation. Again, I won't enter it. It's not a 30-minute setup. I don't trust it. But as far as 1 minute setups go, you'd be interested in an ABCD pattern. I still don't like it because even on ABCD's patterns, I would look for a specific type. You know, like this kind of hammer that should happen over here. That happened yesterday on Tesla, and you got a real good move out of that one. But right now, it's not what I would enter. Where's a SPY? No, it's just going. Go, 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 go. Meta. Yep, Nvidia, new daily high. And Tesla is a big mess, huh? Be careful with Tesla. Well, hold on. There's actually, what am I seeing here? All right, so going back to that 1 minute ORB thing on Tesla, there it is, the green line. Breakout, and looks like it bounced off. That's a retest of the breakout, but it's very difficult price action. This thing's got teeth. It wants to bite you. If you're in this, you go small. But there's really no reason to be in this. Anyone catching this Nvidia thing? One leg up, the second leg has begun. Raf, you're in it. I love it, Raf. You know, I go away for 2 weeks, I come back, and you're so aggressive with your trading. I love it. You're into everything. Jackie, you're in it too. Nice. Yeah, enjoy the ride. It's good. Good stuff. Nothing for me yet. The SPY is still, well, it's just going away. So let it go. I'll trade it later when it comes back. Irfan, you too. Oh, look at this. I got to see screenshots of all these trades later, okay, guys? All of you. This is going to be great. So curious about how you would enter this. I can imagine myself 2 years ago getting long on this right at the open, but not these days. Is this working? Yeah, this is working. Right, Tesla. You see that? It's what you want to see on a retest is it doesn't retest multiple times. It's not healthy. Breakout and one retest and go. And if it don't go, the second and third retest is troublesome. The simple concept is the more times it hits a level, the more likely it is to break through it. Tesla is kind of doing that right now with these highs getting lower. It's very dangerous to think about it as a long. It could easily go, of course, but it's dangerous.
Avi, can I ask a question, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
For NVIDIA, sometimes, you know, if it is, let's say, a day that we see that it does, it breaks a level, usually, sometimes it continues for the rest of the day, and sometimes you can see it's a reversal. Which are the signs that you can, you know, you can check, for example, for a reversal, or you can check for a continuation of the trend?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good one. So let's go on a 30-minute chart. We'll find some good examples. So let's see, what do we have now? Look at this move from. Well, let's look at it here. All right, so from down here on the 2nd of July, it was bullish, right? Right at the open, it was bullish. Then it consolidated, and the next day just continued bullish, right? This is an ABCD pattern. Very straight up and simple ABCD pattern. You can see it on all time frames. Look at a 5-minute, 15-minute, whatever. You'll see the same thing.
Yes.
Exactly. So what you would think about here as far as this is not while it's consolidating, what would tell you it's not a reversal is that it didn't put in a reversal pattern, and that too at a key level. So reversal pattern here, you don't see any of it. You don't see a very neat looking double top with the second top truly lower than the first. You don't see a massive reverse hammer. You don't see any of that. Also, you got to identify this area, 157.27 right here. Was this a key level? Has it been a key level? Kind of, sort of. The key level is truly up here,
Absolutely.
a little further up, around 159 or so. So I wouldn't consider it, even if it got there in reverse and it put in a good pattern, I still wouldn't think of it as a reversal area because you want it to be a key level. Look at this. This is a dramatic area, 159. It went up, and look, the sellers are there. They want to kill this thing. Down here at 150, what was it? 150, what were we looking here? 157.30 or so. The sellers and buyers are just kind of messing around with it. Nobody's in charge. So you can see, just look to the left and you can see where you have a potential reversal. So in this case, there was no way I would ever think of it as a reversal. The only two possibilities are it stays there and goes sideways or it goes up. Only two things. Perfect. Now, the next time it gets up to that 159 level, that's where you may think of a reversal. But on this day, look, it just broke out, didn't even give you any reversal signals. No pattern setup, it's just one big straight candle going up. And then it found sellers further out, and now it came down. So now going into today, what's interesting is you had this dramatic high. You might think these are the sellers right here, right? They're sitting there waiting to drop the price from there. But Also, turns out it's the top of the 8 a.m. candle. Look at that. But look at what happened in the pre-market. It already broke out. Broke right through it at what, 9 a.m., 8:30 a.m. Broke right through and never came back to even retest and go. It just went. So at no point in the last few days on a 30-minute chart do I see anything that signals a reversal, even though there are places on the chart where it may reverse, where there's some potential. But the price action is king, and the price action should tell you whether it's going to reverse or not. Here, there's only two possibilities. It goes sideways or it goes up. And now you're getting into some levels, and you may get reversals at these levels. Again, I use levels. These levels, I trust them. So if the reversal pattern happens at one of these levels further out, I would think of it. But I mean, seriously, this thing is super strong. It's going to take hours before the sellers are truly able to take over from the buyers. It's not going to happen this morning, I think. It'll happen later.
Absolutely, you're right. Thank you very much, Avi. It makes total sense. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. No worries. What's going on here on the SPY? Look at this thing. Oh,
And
man.
one more question: why do you trust? It's just like you trust more the 30 minutes, right? So for you, your eye is usually your the time frame that you usually want to check, let's say, for significant levels as well as for the time.
Yeah, so when you are using indicators of any type, whatever they are, averages, volume, levels, you got to trust them. Otherwise, you will not be able to put risk on against them. That's the first thing you got to know. So whatever strategy you pick or develop, make sure it makes sense to you. If a moving average makes sense to you and you understand the meaning behind it, you can trust it, then you are able to put risk on behind it. You know, for example, I can't trust moving averages. For me, they're just too lagging and they're always moving, and I don't like moving targets. Keep it simple. You know, it just doesn't move. It's straight up and simple. So I trust levels in general. And then on top of that, I discovered with levels that when I have the freedom to put levels on the chart wherever I want, then I get into trouble. You know, there better be levels that are perfectly well defined that I do not have the opportunity to move. These are measured moves, Avi8ors levels. You just can't move them. They're defined. That's perfect. Now I can trust them. Okay, because I can't trust myself. I get excited and I put a level on the chart just because I want to. No, that's not smart. I've done that many times. What you want to do is the level should be in one place. You can't mess with it. And when the price gets there, then observe the price and put risk on against it. That's it.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Avi. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. All right, look at this thing, the SPY. This is a real heartbreaker. I've had my heart broken many times recently. Perfect setup for the breakout. The breakout happened, and man, no opportunity to enter. Just go. So now the move is over in my eyes. Even if the SPY comes back and retests where it broke out from, I won't be touching it because the move is over. Got a hot mic there, Jazz. Oh, Jazz. So the move is over here because it already got to the target right about there. That's the target area. Now if it comes back and bounces off, there's no trade. Now it's waiting for something else completely. So at one of these levels, a different candlestick setup, and then I'll look at it. Otherwise, I'll come back tomorrow and look for something. Anyone catch the SPY though? This would have been great, man. To catch this. Oh man. Look at it. From down here, the breakout happened. It didn't even retest even in the pre-market. Nothing happened. Just straight up. Man, 622 to 624 and a bit. Yeah, this would have been $1 million trade. Man. I always get curious about things like this. So if you go early in the day, you go 623 out of the money calls. Let's say you enter at about $1, you're at $2. Look at that. You double your account on this one. Don't you love options? Of course, you have to be careful with this stuff, but that's what it would look like if you catch these entries. I intentionally don't trade this stuff. It gets a bit dangerous. So anyways, that's that. Wait for the next one. Ooh, look at Tesla. I hope you guys aren't playing with this. This thing has been looking dangerous from early on. Scary. Mark, where are you seeing a wedge? 1 minute wedge? Where? SPY. Dan, you got the SPY? 622.85. Oh, look at that. Nice. You're still in it? Good job, Dan. Holding on, huh? See, I'd be careful. Just look at where the SPY is now. Firstly, that's an Avi8ors level, so that area I'd be careful. It's also this very significant high a couple days ago. And you have a nice, decent round number, 624.50. So, you know, it's a good place to take it off. That's probably where I would take it off before the target, 622.50, 624.50 if I was in this thing. Yeah. The voodoo line. Dan, I love it. Oh, man. I love it. You know, with the aviation background, you guys might know Dana was also a pilot. We fly on instruments. You're flying in the clouds. You can't see outside. You're relying on the instruments. So basically, you're trying to approach the runway or on this thing called the ILS. You just got to keep the airplane centered on instruments, trusting them without looking outside. You don't know how far the runway is. You have no depth perception. You can't see anything. You know you're descending. And you just got to sit there and trust those lines, those little dials in the cockpit with those little crosshairs. And you just got to sit there and trust it. And you know that if you don't trust it, you're going to bump into a mountain or something. That's it's really interesting bringing that in from aviation. Just sit there and trust the lines on the chart. Just leave it alone. You'll get there eventually. So that's a great mindset. Dan's got that. That's from the aviation world. There we go. We're almost at the voodoo line now. A few pennies. Love it.
Avi, you wouldn't play a reversal because that would be against the trend.
I would play reversal, but there's no setup right now. It just got there. It has to give me a 30-minute candlestick setup, which will take a few 30-minute candles, which will be a few hours basically. And by that point, I'll probably be asleep. So I wouldn't play it. There you go. Slammed into it. Look at that, Dan. You nailed it. I want to see this. There it is. Yeah, right there. Boom. Now you may well get a reversal here, but I'll wait for it on a 30-minute chart. Then I'll trust it. I will not trust it now. Well, let's look to the left. I forgot about that. Yeah, look at that. There's room to the left on this one, right? You break out from here. You're going into this area, but it hasn't been in this area for a while. Even when it was decently smooth. Look at that. It's clean move going down, right? The most recent time it was in this zone. It wasn't like choppy like this. Look at this mess yesterday. It wasn't this. So you have a good clue of how likely it is to behave well. So looking back on this, this was a near perfect setup. A very good ascending wedge right at the level. Then the breakout, no retest, unfortunately. But when you have the ascending wedge, you can trust it to break through whatever overhead resistance you have and slam into the target. I mean, this is a perfect setup. Just didn't give me my retest kind of entry, so I didn't want to take it. And of course, it happened in the pre-market, so I wouldn't take that. Cool. All right. What else is good today? SPY, Tesla. Yeah, great big mess. Let's look at NVIDIA again. Yeah, NVIDIA, very aggressive up front and slowly smashed into the next target. A little ABCD worked, but yeah, it's messy. You just can't trust 1 minute charts. You know, today they all look, this looks good, but most days it doesn't work out. You know, be careful with these 1 minute charts. 30-minute looked great. That breakout all-time high, it looked good. But again, not the kind of consolidation I would like to see. Even if I was trading this, I wouldn't touch it today. Who's still in this? 3 or 4 of you guys were in this, right? NVIDIA early on. Irfan, Raf, you still in it? Jackie? Get up to this 164.47. Raf, you're not in it? You're waiting to see if it bounces off the last level. Bounces? Irfan, you got out early. Oh, man, look at you. You all got the same entry going long on NVIDIA. Some of you were in it, some of you were out. What the hell, man? Oh, man. Trade management's another world on its own, isn't it?
I got into Google right at 175.98 and wrote it up to the next level.
Google.
685. I took some contracts off and have my stop loss set at break even. If it survives it, I'll add to the position for the pullback. If it doesn't, then we still got a decent little trade for small stop.
Nice. Yeah. Good catch. Good catch on Google. Look at this. This is interesting. Actually, this is good price action. What I noticed immediately is this. It's been in a downtrend for a couple of days. And yesterday it put in a very good looking double bottom. Look at that. at the level. The second bottom is higher than the first, and there's a nice little arch in between. Then it printed a bullish candle. The entry would have been at the new high. On the next candle, will stop below, and this would be a swing trade setup. But let's say we're day trading, so you're observing this downtrend, you're observing the reversal, and then today you'd think about a continuation of that reversal. And that would be this long off of 175. It had a good little consolidation again. See these lows getting higher, and then the top was flat, except a couple of false breakout would make you nervous. Yeah, these couple of things would make you a little nervous. Otherwise, it's okay. Ooh, would have been tough to catch, but all right. Again, these lows getting higher is a very good indication that the bulls are taking over. It's so funny. People look at higher highs when you want to go long. I'm looking at the lows as I'm trying to think long, and I'm looking at the highs and I'm trying to think short. You know, kind of thinking of the opposite end of the market, and that's where you get an edge. Good action. I mean, I think it's difficult, but good job catching it.
Yeah, I just added a couple contracts back to the position. It's kind of like it either works or it's going to stop me out. But you know,
Yeah.
it hit my number for the day, so it's just 3 at this point.
Nice.
I'll
Good
probably
work.
shut it after here. So walk $72, but hey man, on a small account, that account, it's
Good job doing it, man. You got this. Well done. And you're doing it from a closet too.
hey, there it goes.
Get the pop. Nice.
Supply closet trading, man.
Gotta have fun with this. But watch this area. You see this dramatic resistance here. This level where it's at right now is interesting. See, it was support a few days ago, and then 2 days ago, you can see that it was dramatic resistance. So support turned resistance, and then it gapped up, and this was support before it crashed right through it. So this area right now where it is, 177.15 or so, is a very interesting zone. It's not a place I'd put risk on. It's a place I'd take risk off.
Yeah, I just I had 3 contracts. I just dropped 1. I'm down to 2. I'm at 92 realized, and on a small thing, I'm up 15%, and I've got 20 cents to play with until stop out. So if it goes to the next level, awesome. If it doesn't, then awesome. Still a trade.
Nice.
It's been kind of weird lately. I meant to send you a message. I'll send you one after. It's,
Yeah, sure.
last 3-4 weeks been weirding me out a little bit because it's
Cool, man. No, you got this. You got it. Good stuff. Very nice. Look at you guys. I go away for a little bit, and everyone trades better. This is great. You know, I'm gonna go back on vacation. You guys are trading great. You don't need me here. I just need to go screw off for a little bit. Anyone want to know why the SPY rejected right here? Anyone want to tell me why? Come on, let's get creative. It's a very firm rejection. 624.67. Shane, leave you with Mark. You guys are funny. Andrea. Jack, you're still in it in NVIDIA? You're also in Meta. Oh my God, don't talk about Meta. Well done. You guys. You know about the history with Meta, right? Don't even. Nice. Raf, you're in okay, 163.89 on NVIDIA. All right. Nice. Are you waiting for that level? It's right there right now. Nice. Yes. So there you go. Now you guys know why I love these levels. I just trust them. Now there's plenty of other indicators out there, but you got to pay attention to yourself. And the way my eyes tend to work, these levels are just getting respected more than most other indicators I've seen on this planet. So I'm using it. But again, you got to think for yourself, what makes sense to you, right? And then don't be afraid of thinking independently and creating something. Not a problem. That's a good thing. Let's see. Tesla's getting interesting again. Let's put that on. So again, on a 30-minute chart, still not a place to play with it. It's been messy. It's gonna be messy. But on the 1 minute, Let's see. Back to its ORB high area. The low is way down here. Let's put a level here. This is for you scalpers. That's your ORB zone. False breakout. Higher low. So setting up for a decent move to the upside. But, I mean, look at this piece of garbage. It's very wicky and it wants to bite. Price action is king. It always is. Be careful with this. Could easily go up, but be very careful. Let's see. What does this look like? So the SPY. Dan, how'd you do on the SPY? Did you get out at your target? I bet you did. Take off like 90% up there. That was perfect. Oh, man. Look at that. This is where futures trading comes into the picture. You get a good setup before the market opens. You can take it with a lot of leverage on the futures. I'm not there yet. I don't want to touch futures, really. All right. What else is good? Nvidia's just sloppy at the moment where it is. Tesla's been sloppy all day. And I got the SPY. So I'm not looking at anything else at the moment. If you guys want to look at something, let me know. We'll look at it. What you got, Sujit? 165 for Nvidia, big order. Oh yeah, that makes sense, round number. But here's the thing. Let's observe this. Nvidia. So we'll go to the 1 minute, and you're saying 165 has a massive order. That's up there. That makes sense. But just because it's there doesn't mean it's gonna go there. It's not a guarantee, and that's the problem with level 2. It can really play with your mind a little bit. A lot of people struggle with this. Is they see a big order, they get hooked onto it, and they're like, "That's it, it's going there." And then they get in and they stop out a few times, and then they wonder what happened, and it never goes there. So price action should still dictate whether you should take the trade or not. That's still the most important thing. The level 2 is a bit of a future indicator. It's telling you where it might go. It's a leading indicator. But what is a current present tense indicator is price action. You can get it from candlesticks or reading the tape. Either way, I prefer candlesticks. And make your decisions based on this. And then you can use the level 2 as, okay, that looks like it could be a potential target. So keep an eye on it. And the other thing about level 2 that I don't like, that I find tricky, is those orders come and go. You know, these icebergs and spoofs and all that stuff. You'll see that on Bookmap. You'll see that even in level 2 and DOS if you're observant. But these are the things to watch out for if you're using the level 2. Keep an eye on it. Use it. It's very useful, but use it correctly. Me, I just removed it because it just took up too much of my mental capital, and you know, I can get all the information I need just by watching these charts. Don't need to really go crazy with level 2. Yeah, Alkis, go ahead.
Avi, how do you spot the, let's say, the big orders on the levels without, let's say, reading the tape or without Bookmap? And how can you be, you know, in order to avoid, let's say, the icebergs or all this kind of, you know, misinformation? How can you be sure that they're there and they're stable and they're valid orders?
I don't know that they're there or not there because it's not on my screen.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. I don't know. I choose to be ignorant because it keeps my head clear. So I don't get caught up in the noise. I just don't want to get caught up in the noise. I put on these levels on my chart and I trust them, and that's it. Whatever happens in between these levels mostly is none of my business.
Okay.
So I'm just waiting for these levels. And I've used the market. I've been in the markets long enough to know that, you know, big round numbers, you'll get liquidity basically most of the time. So that's how I've just boiled it down 80-20, you know, keep it simple.
Perfect.
Yeah, sure. Okay, Tesla's hurting my eyes. I'm going to remove it off my charts. Anyone else? Give me a suggestion, will you? Look at some other ticker. Was it Google was going on earlier? Jackie Meta. Maybach Amazon. All right, let's look at Amazon. I haven't looked at Amazon in a while. Yeah. Amazon had some fun yesterday, I think, right? Anyways, let's look at it. 30-minute chart. Ooh, the whole Mag 7 seemed to be pretty aggressive today, except Tesla. All right, what do we have? Again, big move down yesterday. Oh, yeah, look at that. So what's going on? These are big moves, huh? Consolidation and then pop, reversal, and then higher lows overnight yesterday. And yeah, bullish. Interesting. Higher lows and bullish. Again, no setup for the way I would trade. The breakout happened in the pre-market, but it's not the kind of consolidation I like to see. And then sure enough, it's bullish. Cool if you caught it. Again, I wouldn't touch it, but good if you caught it. This is interesting. You see the ORB area right here. This is the top of the 1 minute ORB or even 5 minute ORB. It's a bit of a fallen angel setup, a near perfect one on the 1 minute, so you can catch this. This used to be one of my favorite ORBs to trade when I was trading scalping. And yeah, it would have worked. Went through 2 levels. And let's see. Cool. Who caught this? Again, kind of tricky. Again, all scalping is tricky. But yeah, fun. The entry would have been here after this hammer. And the entry would have been 935 with a stop below the previous couple of candles. And then tighten it up as it goes. That's how I would have traded this. Not long ago, even just a year ago, I was trading stuff like this. It's cool. Good to see it again. Copper. You're looking at copper. Futures. Gosh, I don't trade commodities. I invest in them. There's a very, very different mindset for that. Cannot trade commodities. What are you saying, Jackie? Meta? You're into meta? Wow, this thing just ripped, huh? But it's so tricky. My goodness.
All right, brother. I just want to say thank you for everything, Avi, from the supply closet.
I love it.
We got the landman guys are filming out there, so if I get some cool videos of them out there, I think they're gonna have Sam Elliott and Billy Bob Thornton and all that. So I'll send some videos to the Discord. So
nice. Yeah, please do share when you get it, man. You got the coolest office. You got the coolest office, man. I'm gonna upgrade mine to look like yours.
It's all about the mop, bro. It's about the mop.
The mops.
But so far it's working, so I don't want to F with anything. I'm scared to.
Keep it up.
4
man.
years. I don't want to mess with it. All right, man. Y'all have a great day, guys.
Justin, give a kiss to Billy Bob if you see him, okay?
I will.
Just a kiss on the cheek. Don't get so too serious.
It's too cool, man. They brought all the fake cars out yesterday. They've got all the police out there now. I think the production crew's about to show up. So
Awesome show, yeah.
we'll be open for lunch today, and I'll basically be peeking out the window, being a stalker and seeing who's out there. So
Yeah, anybody who wants to know about oil and gas, watch this show, guys.
it's and that's what's funny is like I was in oil and gas for 18 years, so I watch it and I'm just cracking my A off, dude.
I know that area very well. Where they have, all that area. So we have done a lot of work there. Yeah,
I spent 7.5 years in Midland, Odessa. Now we're in.
yeah.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate you guys for everything, man.
Guys.
Okay, we'll see y'all later.
Bye,
All right, guys.
See ya.
There you go.
See ya. Cool. Look at that. Google is such a ripper. Oh my goodness. It seems like there's, I don't know, it's just news all around or something all around. It's just, people just got excited today. Yeah. As expected, Google found trouble in that green area, that green line. But sure enough, broke out. With the higher lows, that was your clue that it's likely to go. Oh, cool. Good to watch. And the SPY, of course, behaving nicely. NVIDIA. Let's see, back down at this level. 30-minute chart, I don't anticipate anything. Yeah, there's nothing there. So right now here, in the way I trade, there's nothing I would touch on NVIDIA. It's got to close a couple of 30-minute candles, put in a good ABCD pattern on a 30-minute chart, then think about the next long, which is going to be hours from now. On a 1 minute perspective, you could think of it as it's a key area, breakout, And here's a retest. Oh, there it goes right now. On a 1 minute, you can see all that stuff. But again, I don't trust the 1 minute chart. Too many fake outs. What are you saying, Mark? SPY did a head and shoulders. Let's see. Head and shoulders where? On a 1 minute? What are you looking at? Tiny shoulders. Oh, man. Listen, if you have to squint your eyes to observe a pattern on the charts, then you're trying too hard. Okay, it's either clear or it's not. Just, it's a tiny head and shoulders. Come on, man. It's either there or it's not. Just don't play with yourself. You're gonna force yourself into a bad position. Please be careful. Be very careful. Make it easy on yourself. Don't fight yourself. You know, it's either there or it's not. And don't worry, the market will be here tomorrow. But if you screw around today, you won't be here tomorrow, and that's a problem. All right? Just take it easy. It'll come. It will all come. Cool. All right. Oh, yeah, we do have a new 30-minute candle. Nothing. Nothing to look at. So lots of good rippers today, mostly on scalping strategies. You'd find entries. For my strategy, I wouldn't enter anything. Google might have been the only one, but even that was not ideal. Cool. So you guys know the drill. We have another 20 minutes here till 10:30, and then 11 a.m. I'll be taking care of you in the webinar room in BBT for an hour. And we'll go and have some fun in there. What are you saying here, Mark? You got AMD bounce off opening area? AMD. All right, let's look at AMD. What do we have here? Got the levels, consolidation and breakout. Not ideal, but it's there. Whoa. How would you trade this thing? My goodness. Why would you trade this thing? This is like Tesla. It's terrible. See the wicks on both sides on so many candles? That's telling you it's got teeth. It wants to bite. You know, they don't swim with sharks. Sharks got teeth. They like to bite. If you got long down here, sure would have worked, but man, it would have given you heartburn along the way. It's not something to play with. You have sharper teeth? Okay, you play your game. Oh my gosh. So let's see, what do we have? Google smashed into the next target up. There it is. Oh, wow, fantastic move, huh? Look at this. And kept giving you all the clues along the way on the 1 minute chart. Basically higher lows. And it respected the area of resistance right there. But then put in a higher low. That gives you the confidence for the breakout. And sure enough, every time it dropped, it got bought back up. Even on a single candle here, you can see this hammer just a couple minutes ago. So all the clues are there if you're trading the 1 minute chart. So what's the news? There's got to be some news on this. Let's look at the daily. Not really. Not a huge gap, but a big move. It's putting in big moves every day, though. It's interesting. What we got here? Shane, you're setting up a new DOS live account. Cool, man. Congratulations. Get it done. I did that today as well. New account. Well, refunded the account. Do it, man. Do it.
Yeah, that IBKR free software was just not doing it.
Yeah. Once you realize you need some tools to get the job done, so get the tools.
it wouldn't save my default layout. It just kept, because I like my overview screen where I've got the 7 stocks and the SPY and Q, just so I get like an overview, and it wouldn't save the ticker. It just kept resetting back to default, and it was, I don't know. After 2 days of it, it was enough.
Alrighty.
Market then
Good,
told
man.
me quit being a cheap ass and buy the DAS software.
Yep, it's worth it for this kind of trading that we're doing in here, most of us. Yeah, it's more than worth it, man. Even the basic version of it, the basic subscription is great. All right, so Google, huh? Just a ripper. What do we got here, Darius? Nvidia hit 4 trillion market cap. Look at that. 4 trillion. How many zeros would you put in that? Oh my God. Wow. Let's go back and look at this thing. Oh man. 5-year chart on Nvidia. So in 2021, we were trading this thing at $15. It had a split and all that. This has been accounted for. Now it's at 165. That is something. This is extreme volatility, though. This year, well, from the end of last year, really, middle of last year. Yeah, this is not the kind of thing I invest in. I have a totally different philosophy for investing. But you can see this would have been good. Would have been difficult in this area for the last year and a half, but anyways, yeah, different mindset for all this stuff. What we're here for is day trading. In day trading, it's provided plenty of opportunities. You know what? This is interesting. For day trading, what you really want is volatility. You really want the stock to move excessively. And there are specific places on a daily chart when you get those moves. All-time high is one of them. Things get really jumpy at all-time high. You can see that in Nvidia today, and even previously when it hit all-time high. I remember trading this a couple of years ago. I think it was here. Yeah, this was last year. Earlier, 2023, I remember trading it a fair bit. And yeah, things get jumpy. And those are the places as a day trader, that's what you're looking for. But if you're really like a scalping style day trader, which is most people, that's what you look for. Anyways, that's not my style. I don't do any of this stuff. Not anymore, at least. All right. Irfan, Google already went again. Next level up. Yeah. Yes, Google. Where's the next level up? I've lost levels. I have no levels left. So if you're just marking levels on a chart, you're looking for dramatic places. And this one's pretty dramatic right here. 179.50. You can see that top a few days ago. Not too far off from that. So that would be pretty dramatic. The sellers firmly took over. And it's going to get jumpy and choppy and messy over there. It could easily break through, but it's going to get choppy first if it before it does anything else at 179.50. Most likely. And I bet you got big orders sitting at 180 for those of you who like the level 2. It's probably up there. Oh, look at that. Nvidia just lost 1 trillion in market cap just in the last couple of minutes. That. There you go. It's probably more like a few hundred million than a trillion. These numbers are just off the charts nowadays. All right, so we have about 10 minutes here. We've got a few new people in here. Welcome, guys. Y'all all joined recently. We just started back with live trading yesterday and today, back into a regular routine. And what I'll suggest for those of you who are not familiar or who would like to get better with DOS, because I've received a few questions about that, I suggest looking into the videos we've done before. Asgard did a few webinars for us. We're getting to some details of how you can do it, all that stuff. Yeah, Abhishek, welcome. And so those videos are located in the Trading Terminal course. Gosh, I forget which module. But anyways, very simply, if you go into the announcements channel that we have here in our Discord, I've pinned a couple of posts there. Just go to those links. You'll get everything you need. Or you'll get the DOS download. You can download my layout if you want that. And you get the link to the course, which is where all the material is, all the recordings of all the sessions we do, the mentee webinars, the DOS sessions, the bookmap sessions, the recordings of these live sessions. It's all in there. And also, very importantly, anytime you got a question, there's multiple channels for you to find the answer. One is just show up live here. The others show up in our Discord live channel. We have the live voice channel in there. Show up anytime. It's always open. Or write down your question in any of these, or in the question and answers channel that we have here within our Discord. Someone will answer if I don't. Or you can message me directly as well. No big deal. Message me within Discord. It's very easy. I see that quickly. So multiple channels here. And we'll get everyone moving. Should be fun. But a lot of the material, a lot of the questions you guys are asking me is we've covered it many times. So, and they're all recorded. So it's worth your while to go take a look at these videos. You'll get up to speed very quickly. Very, very quickly. It's not complicated, you know, and you can even watch the videos at twice the speed. So. And anyway, so also what I do is whenever I see some people in the Discord voice room, I randomly pop in as well. So sometimes I find myself doing not too much. I'll pop in if I see some people in there. And we'll come have a chat. I'm okay. You're new here. Welcome. A few new people in here. Come on in. I feel new here too. I haven't been here for 2 weeks. I'm like, well, what is all this? So it's all good. Let's be newbies together, huh? Jackie, you out of meta? All right. Meta. You're looking at meta. Alcus, you want PLTR? Let's see. What happened here? PLTR. Whoa. DOS is a mess. PLTR is far too exotic for me to play with. Just looking at a 30-minute chart, you can see where it's been messy. It's continuing to be messy. So I wouldn't touch it.
No touch. I was thinking for a reversal. That was my question in my head. Do you think on the 140.43, let's say 140.5 is a good place for a reversal?
Any of these levels is a good place for a reversal. That's one thing you got to think about.
Yeah.
But what you really got to think about is what is a reversal. And basically, a reversal is it first goes one direction, and then it turns around and goes the other direction. That's a reversal. Right now, it's not going anywhere. It's stuck here. It's been stuck here for a while. If you look a few days ago or a week ago, this went one direction firmly, and then it went the other way. That's a reversal.
Correct.
All right. So don't even think about reversal if it's just doing nothing. It's not going anywhere. Okay. And reversals are, I tell you, man, reversals are very tricky trades. You stop out a fair bit, and then when you get it to work, it's very hard to manage because it's going back where it came from. It gets choppy. But when you get it right, the RVR is tremendous. Those are where I get those trades where it's beyond 10R, it's 15R, 20R, you know, those ones. But make sure you're very firm about them because they get tricky, very tricky. Yeah.
So, Avi, to remember always that if we are looking for reversal, we want volume, reverse on the direction of the trend, and to follow after a significant level, let's say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are some very common prerequisites for reversals. Personally, I don't use volume anymore. You can see there's no volume on my charts. Well, that's a pretty good indicator. If you know how to read it in real time, you don't get overexcited when you see the volume spiking, then you can use it. Yeah. It's very common for people to use volume as a good indicator for a reversal at a key level after a parabolic move. All that.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Avi. And scaling in, scaling out gradually, right?
Yes, yes. Well, I'd like to do it, but yeah.
I love this.
It's working for you. Good, man. Good. Gradually. Nice. Very nice. All right, guys. Last few minutes here. Let me know what's on your minds. I didn't find an opportunity yet today. Maybe I will later. Maybe I won't. But after this one, again, I'll be in the BBT room for an hour at 11. So come on in there and say hi. We'll have some fun. Hey, you're welcome, Andrea. Glad you had a good time. Shane, webinar tomorrow. Yes. Yes. Guys, that's right. Thank you, Shane, for the reminder. Shane is doing a webinar for us. For those of you who are new, what we do here in this group is anyone who wants to do a webinar, you can do a webinar. And we got plenty of talent in the room. It's tremendous. So Shane is one of my mentees, who's been around a long time. He'll be doing a webinar tomorrow at noon. And I'll put out the link for us tomorrow for that. So make sure you put that in your calendar. Tomorrow at noon. And he will knock your heads off, I promise. We'll have some fun with this. Yeah. And thanks, Jackie, for sorting it out, scheduling it and all. I love the flyers, the little videos you put together. Oh my gosh. It's entertainment. I love it. I would never be able to do stuff like that. I'm too lazy for that stuff. Great. Yeah, that's right, Shane. You know what it is. Everyone's got to start somewhere. Keep it very simple. That's right. So all you scalpers had good fun today. Lots of opportunities to enter early and lots of follow through on many things today. For my style of trading, nothing yet. That'll happen later, maybe tomorrow, maybe later today. Whenever it comes, it comes. And that's the important thing. Wait for your setup, wait for your strategy, and then just manage your risk. That's really the formula. Not much else to it. Yep, and there we go on Google, as pretty much expected, around 179.50. Gonna find some trouble. For the first time, it's made a new low after getting close to 179.50. Look at that. Almost predictable. Just by looking to the left on the chart, you learn so much about what it's likely to do. It's one of my favorite things to do. Just zoom out, look to the left, and you get a good clue of what's going on or what might happen.
Tesla finally lost it.
Tesla, oh my God, don't tell me you're playing with that thing. Oh yes, it did lose it finally.
No,
What do we
I
have?
missed my entry.
Yeah.
I didn't play with it.
It's probably a good thing. But yeah, oh my gosh, look at this. Whoa. See, where would you enter? How would you enter? I mean, it's so choppy, and your entry would have to be inside of the, let's say, the top of the previous candle before it dropped. I mean, how would you predict it's not going to be just another choppy candle? These are the complexities. You can read the tape and figure stuff out like that. I used to, but it's just way too much work. I'd rather just sit out and get the bigger results on the other side. But yeah, there you have it. It's a tough one, but it's there. Let's see, 30-minute. What do we have? Yeah, still a big area of chop right where it is. Let's see. You know what? Let's try these levels and see what it gives us. All right, so Tesla, now it makes some sense. Break down from the level, not clean, on a 30-minute, and then go to the next level. There it is. These Avi8ors levels. If you guys don't trust Avi8ors levels yet, you're doing something wrong in your life. Look at that. Even something messy like Tesla. $295 again. Expect liquidity there. That's cool. If you guys are able to catch this is all scalping stuff on Tesla. Again, not my style, but yeah, there are ways to catch it. All right. Anyways, so that's that. Let's see what the rest of the day is likely to do. Tesla, I don't anticipate much for the rest of the day. I mean, it could just pop and go from nowhere like it did, but I don't expect much. Nvidia made a huge move. I'd struggle to think about shorting it. If anything, it's going to stay where it is, or it continues going up later after a lot of consolidation. And Google is pretty much the same story. The SPY is just going nowhere. I don't see any setup on the SPY. Not even something that's likely to happen. And that's it. That's all I see for the day. All good. Cool, guys. All right, 10:30 here. Gonna end this one, and I'll be in the BBT webinar room in about 25 minutes. Come on in, say hi. We'll have some fun there. Hopefully take a trade if something pops up. Otherwise, come on in there, and then we'll be back in here tomorrow. And Shane's got the webinar tomorrow at noon. Put that in your calendars. Gonna have some good fun. Hope you all keep it green. Take it easy, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.
Thank you, Avi. Thank you very, very much.
Sure.
Thank you, Avi.
Take care, guys.
Thanks. Bye.
Yep.